there's weird shit out there on the floor that is clearly not necessarily useful to developers. And one of the things that big showy thing on the floor is basically just a giant hamster ball that they have on rotating wheels. So the ball is stationary, but you get inside of it and you put on this like VR helmet mask thing, and you hold like this gun trigger. Although the gun is ridiculous because
it's just a button.
It's basically just a button because you're seeing this little tiny screen inside your visor, and you're like turning your head, and it's got head tracking, and you're walking through the environment by walking inside this giant hamster ball, which while you're wearing this big heavy thing on your face that is obscuring your view of the real world is fucking terrifying. It's like, I'm just gonna go ass over tea kettle at any second here. And so I'm standing in line. No one else from the Giant Bomb team was willing to do it. I said, all right, I'm literally willing to do anything on camera. So I'm standing there in line behind this other guy. And this guy's maybe a good 1.5 feet taller than me. And the guy that's running the thing pulls us both aside and says, all right, I'm going to tell you both guys this because you're kind of big guys like me. This thing isn't really meant for guys like us. You're probably going to fall on your ass once you get in there because the momentum is not right for us. So just, take real baby steps. I'm like, fucking, that's exactly what I want to hear before I get inside your running man ball of death. Is that I'm probably going to fall on my face.
That looks like you should be racing motorcycles around in it.
Right. Yeah. Oh no, it totally looks like a county fair attraction of some kind. Pay $5 and play Dactyl Panic inside
it looks like
our
something
giant
that
ball.
people died in.
It was crazy. So I went in and I looked around and I shot stuff, and it was poor.
It was poor. It looked like it controlled horribly.
Yeah, they had a TV showing like the graphics from the game part of it, and it basically looked like early '90s VR.
Yeah,
incredible
like
universe
2 or 3 years.
demonstration. Yeah, exactly. You're like,
honestly,
where's the frame rate? Like this, all this looks like crap. Couldn't you at least get to run 60? What are you doing?
The worst thing about it was
developed in Newfoundland. That's why.
Okay, all right.
They really need more people working on that thing.
The standards for entertainment there are low. There's not a lot to do in Newfoundland, so
and they only see at 18 frames a second there, as it turns out. So
yeah, I actually had a couple questions about that.
Now we're just gonna get all this angry email. That just like all these guys from Newfoundland.
Yeah, because they have computers in Newfoundland.
God damn it, Jeff. Was there a lot of lag between what you were doing and what you were seeing?
I kept on desyncing, and so there's like this little button that you had to press on the outside of the headset to like reset it and resync it so that it would track again.
That's
so having
that's something you want to show.
That sounds like it's going to be really popular.
So that's extra fun is like fumbling around on the outside because the button is a good foot away from your face from like where the headset zooms out to. So like not being able to see anything, trying to fumble on and find this thing. Honestly though, like my big complaint about it is that the screen was super, super small. So it was just like blackness and you could kind of see your feet and then just this postage stamp size screen that you're actually looking at inside the helmet.
I'm just going to sit on my couch, hold a controller.
You're good, yeah.
That's good
That's
enough.
your complaint. Mine would be that I'm running in a giant hamster ball.
Without water.
That was, but I'm just saying like that was the most successful part of the experience was running around inside a giant
And they had
hamster
this
ball.
video loop that they had going with this fake newscast.
Yep.
What?
That was like, the future of video gaming, virtual reality, and saying like, wouldn't your booth at E3 2010 be great if it had this thing there?
Looking for exclusive partners, working on television game show deals.
So they were trying to say like, have the future of video games in your booth at E3. Our stupid thing, because the games you be showing at E3 obviously are not the future of games. Where's your big hamster ball?
We don't have one.
What are you working on? A third-person shooter?
Yeah?
Yeah, that shit sucks dicks.
Oh no!
This is a hamster ball, son.
We thought this was good.
Get inside.
We need to get this hamster ball. We need to get on top of this.
You pay for the whole hamster ball, but you only need the inside.
Also, yeah, getting in because you have to like open a hatch in it, so you have to like kind of like duck into it, and then you kind of shuffle forward as they roll it, so that the hole is then on the bottom, and then you step inside of it, and then they lock you into it, and so you're like, now I am trapped at your whim.
Yeah.
That sounds like hell.
I actually, so the best part is, so I go through this, and it's just a couple of minutes of doing this. I'm just kind of shuffling around, and it gets a little hairy at a couple points where I think I'm just gonna
Did you get motion
take a
sick at
dive.
all?
No, I wasn't there for that long. So
Did I kill your question?
Yeah,
my bad, dude.
absolutely. I'm waiting for a break so I can go, okay, look, you've been on like roller coasters. Do you get motion sick? Because that seems like I'd throw up in that thing.
so after I got out, after actually everyone was finished with their VirtuSphere experience, they were doing like little testimonials. They had like a little flip phone camera thing.
Oh, that guy was interviewing you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw that.
So they're like, "Hey, just give us a little sound bite about your experience in the VirtuSphere." And I'm like, not as terrifying as I thought it would be. I did not die and I did not fall down, and so that's about the best thing that I can say about the VirtuSphere.
He's like, he wasn't even recording it.
I like
turn it
how
off
they point
like
out that
this,
the
I guess.
spherical shape breaks your fall. It's like, you're gonna eat shit, but it's gonna be okay.
The kid that I saw do it who kept falling, he asked for the interview and they said no because he did so bad. Like, oh, I'm sorry, you didn't really get to experience this.
Oh, that's
I didn't
harsh.
know that. Wow.
Oh, that's
Did you see the guy after you?
okay. So
sprinting.
they were like recalibrating it or something after I threw it off its axis or whatever, and I had a guy in there without the headset on or anything, going like full sprint and just like hauling ass inside this thing. Although just standing in one spot really. So it's the world's most
Basically
terrifying treadmill.
exercising.
Yeah.
Asses were hauled, though. Make no mistake.
Oh, clearly. So yeah, VirtuSphere. I think we have some video of that.
Yeah, we mic'd you before you went in. which
Yeah.
is
Also,
the
I was
stupidest idea.
wearing one of these wireless labs. The first like half of the experience, I am so focused on not dying inside this giant hamster ball that I don't say anything on the microphone.
Well, yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So lots of me terrified sounds like. And then I remembered like, oh wait, I have a microphone on. I should try and say something.